And we are back. And if you notice, we made a little slight composition change. Gale headed on home, and we brought out the Fire Dami Mommy herself, Karlach, as the community has such named her. We're going to go ahead and take a look at avenging her and righting the wrongs that have transpired. Once we're done looting, of course, because what would Baldur's Gate 3 be without me being endlessly sidetracked into looting tons of things that, well, could have waited. Especially going in here with, I believe I am out of short rests. I have minimal spell slots for not only Torden, but for Shadowheart. So running into this fight is, it's risky business. I think I got a plan for things. I'm going to take my two spellcasters to the high ground and have them go ahead and loot, because why not? Now we're going to go ahead and do a quick save just to be sure. Make sure I didn't accidentally oversave the wrong file here. Yeah, it's like, which one am I working with here? Both are important, both are imperative, but things are a little difficult at the moment. Alright, sneak in here. Because you can see up that far. Take the light crossbow just because. And I've missed one of those boxes, but we're gonna hide up here.
You give a dragon is bad gas.
Interesting burn there, and then we're just gonna walk. You know, I thought about walking in the side door, but I'm like, but then that prolongs the fight, and then we have the main Paladin of Tyr going to basically 1v2 two characters I really don't want to point it at, so we're gonna grab some hyena ears, which, you know, makes potions of speed. We're not gonna make any, but, you know, we're gonna go ahead and at least get those. I thought that spear was gonna be accessible for some reason. Send all these food items back to camp because I'm going to need all the rations I can possibly get. Keep the water. You never know when you're going to need that. And then part of me wishes like some of this rotten material would be able to be kept for a later date. It doesn't seem much of the case. All the potatoes, you see. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Drop that movie reference if you understood that. The accent was not in the movie. It just felt right, you know, boyo. Top of the morning to you, boyo. And as you can tell, I'm editing this, and it is well past my bedtime, but I wanted to get a jump on this while I'm waiting for Marvel's What If finale to be on, so that gives me a time frame when I'm editing this.
Karlach, there you are.
Greetings, motherfucker. Ready to die?
That's right, Karlach. So now is in the hells. I could see why her ladyship wants a murderous brute like you back.
Her ladyship? Zariel really has you under her thumb, doesn't she? Pathetic.
Rage all you want, Karlach. Burn with the might of the hells. Zariel will find you, and she will bring you back in pieces. Then again, maybe she'll just leave you here, far from home, with an infernal engine for a heart, slowly burning you to ash from the inside.
The furnace was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now, and I'm never going back!
And that is how you make an entrance. And now I kind of just have to wait this out. I want to make that move. And then my hiding failed, so that was cool. I was like, oh cool, now even Shadowheart can't even hide. And I was like, if you notice, empty spell slots. And I decided to try and take on one of the harder fights to come in if you're completely unprepared for. And then it's like, huh, every single time I involve sneaking, it's just not the move. It's trying to take me somewhere where I need not be. Because like it wants me to go all the way down, and it's like I figured try and hide, and it didn't work, but still, whatever. Missed my fireball attack anyway. Let's get this fight ongoing. I should have just ran around here. Instead, but now let's jump and make friends. Get a Divine Smite off, hopefully. And got a good start there.
Time to push my luck again.
It's like, keep him up there, keep him out of the line of fire. It's like, I don't know why it presented me that option when I wouldn't give it that one to Shadow. I guess she didn't have the movement. Keep his base movement speed low. I thought about a potion of speed there, decided not to. She already used Fireball, but my brain already forgot about that. And Shadowheart is now significantly damaged, and Karlach is no longer with us. So yeah, spell slots. Important. Use the power of the short rest, get the precise attack going. Should use it for the other one as well, just lucked out. Now he's low health, so it's a start. Let's get that one out of the room for the most part. And now the only thing I really need to be doing is, I wish I had my spell slots there so I could have probably back up. But Ray of Frost, top rope.
Need to find a way forward.
Here, because everyone's trying to look for an angle. Use the potion of speed this time. Kind of wasted it in my mind here. Shouldn't have been doing it this early. Because, I mean, I use it on a miss anyway, you know what I'm saying? This kind of backfires on me, you'll see in a second. I brought the candelabra all the way over there. I'm gonna spend like half the battle like trying to fight what's ongoing with the candelabra.
I am fury. I am death.
Jump on over. Like, see, the candelabra, or the, oh. The candelabra is entirely something different. It's like the character got fused with the candelabra. So it's like, what the heck? And I needed Lae'zel to hit that. Right now, in my mind, I'm thinking this could very well be the first TPK. Because it's gonna happen, folks. You've seen my strategies, and let's just be real here. I'm not shooting great odds. I miss a 90% chance with a shield there. Spent a lot of time shooting ice spells, considering, you know, I've got a Storm, Sorcerer, Tempest, Cleric build going here.
I'm ready.
It's like, do I get Karlach up? Do I leave it there? But in my mind, it's like, let's go ahead and continue to try and finish off Cyril here. And Sacred Flame,
Time to strike.
nah, not really. Not really the move. If you know how to use your fighter, they can almost single-handedly win you some of these fights. I mean, Lae'zel now got 2 kills under her belt. Now is healing, and is gonna go ahead and move up. It's like perfect positioning, soloing this. Closing the door was just making me feel better about this. Not strong enough for that.
Can't slow down.
It does kind of suck. The one fight Karlach's like, well, one of the multiple fights that Karlach's like super amped for. He's dead. So got her back up. Now we need to finish off this situation here. Me forgetting that all 3 will be shooting the same odds. Because I lost the high ground because I came down to go take care of Karlach. Flight is a nice skill that I almost always forget I have. I don't like any of these odds. Still tried the 45%er and got it. Kind of trap her in there. Even though it's bad positioning, because she doesn't shoot one spell between both, and it will get damage. But I trusted Lae'zel to be able to do what she needs to do. I know I'm going to long rest here shortly soon anyway, so just go ham. Get the pommel strike on going. And daze him, which is nice. Just some damage on him. Kill Tarlak again. Hurt by that. Go for the 6 damage. And I'll try and shove you, even without that. 40% will work.
Moving. I will ascend.
Kill.
My faith will guide me.
And of course, get her up. Because the last thing I want to do is miss this cutscene.
Fuck them. Fuck Zariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Easy girl.
Not big
Easy
enough. Now get out before you get hurt. Now!
And the best thing to do is just listen to advice. Get the heck out of here. Just let her run around and be crazy. Just open it because I wanted to see if she's doing anything. She's just cussing, running around, and having a good time. Fortunately, she's also setting most of the place on fire, which is not great, and I'm very worried because she's running around with a whopping 1 HP. And the only choice we have left is just kind of like this out, and eventually she'll calm down. Can you imagine, like, this is where I was kind of freaked out, because she's like running out here. I'm like, oh, everyone get out the way. And there we go.
Never a dull moment.
You good?
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
Hot.
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down.
She's already assuming we're going to be putting the moves on her.
Well now, maybe I could make his acquaintance. A Titan screw or two might let me keep a little calmer. Maybe even manage a pat or bump without burning someone to death. It's been a long time. Let's go find your friend before I blow a gasket. Lead on.
And of course, the person we're referencing is Damon, who has his own separate fan base for valid reasons, in my opinion. I think he's a good dude, comes out, helps you a lot, and just, yeah, I guess there's something about the way he looks that girls like. I really can't place it, but hey, is what it is. This fan base is definitely different in the fact that there's a lot of people who have preferred Halsin in his bear form, and I don't know what to do with that information. And before I even begin to speculate, because I'm tired, I'm just going to leave it as, let's continue our looting, shall we? The Tyr Sword of Justice is good. I think I forgot to loot that backpack now, and I'm looking at things in this area. again, a book. You guys can kind of just let me know if you're interested in keeping this up, or if going through and reading this really isn't your style and it's just bogging down the playthrough, because then I can just kind of skip on by here, but I would need people to sound off in the comment section. Remember, it's YouTube. As long as your name's not on it, it's basically anonymous. Enjoy yourselves, have a good time in there. Leaving likes or dislikes is also appreciated. It kind of lets me know where we're at with the series. Trying to gather as much stuff as we can. Got that scroll to revive. Back. Send that over to camp with Gale. And that supply pack is what I'm trying to get. Very nice. Nothing in there worth having. That mug is supposed to be kind of like a way of helping, like, put out fire. Karlach. I always do like a good scimitar. Just wish the game had more of them. And then anytime there's cheese, of course we're gonna be on it. Why in the world would we not be looting cheese? What kind of madman you take me for? Burlap sack, nothing worth getting there. Wooden crate. Bad armor is a decent look. Give it to Gale for the time being. It's weaker than what he's got, but he can sell it at a later moment when he so feels inclined. There you go, Karlach. And yet more padded armor. That one, Will, you can just hold on to it. Maybe replace yours when yours gets covered in blood if I ever use you for a lot of what we got on going here. And then my brain was like, did I get everything? Did I think about everything? I left that thing of water out there on the porch. And I did actually forget about something up here.
The rot of death. Delightful.
For a good Yankee, you think you'd be used to that and unbothered. Your people are warriors, it's kind of your thing. Shield. I ended up looking at the same chest I was looking at before. More potatoes. Warhammer. It's always great to have a nice bludgeoning weapon. Keep it on Lae'zel because she'll be hanging out with us quite a bit. I have Karlach. Got a soft spot for the fact that keep her with some weapons she'll be able to either use or hold on to for the moment because she's the newest party member. Got a couple going. List of everyone who's been paying and a list of everything that's been ongoing throughout his travels because he's seen a lot of interesting characters pass through this area. Likely before the pass got knocked down, which the game doesn't specifically say who does it. My money is on Voss when he was passing through. What do you guys think about that? Let's see. The other thing, while we're here, grab some ingots. Those are always, I thought they'd be more helpful or like more useful, like it would be like Skyrim where you can like craft some stuff, but didn't really get that mixture of things. Take a look at a couple of the crates in here.
Enough waiting.
And because she's got a slashing weapon, she can go ahead and bust this open for us.
Looks like a trap.
All right. What now?
Split up the party. Let me go in and just basically ignore most of what's going on here. Because most of these traps are rather harmless. You just have to be a little bit ballsier in the way you approach what's going on here. I figured even though I'm not going to use them, I can sell them. So they're going to trap there,
That might be
kind
worth a
of
look.
up the creek here. burrow hole.
I'm way too big.
There is a burrow hole on the back side of the house that if you use with that one, it'll pop you right in here, so you can kind of sneak in and out undetected. So for those of you who are doing some kind of druid where you're shape-shifting into small animals, something for you guys to take a look at and expedite a lot of these travels in between areas. Now we're gonna take some ingots. There's a shovel in here. I don't want the bottle. If it was alcohol, I would want it just for the fact that I can keep camp stuff. It's like use. I'm like, okay. And this room always takes me longer to figure out than it should. The two thrones should be the kind of queue that we have ongoing here. And part of me wanted to like throw something in there with the vases so all the items would just fall out that we would use. But ultimately, I just kind of left it alone. So like, yep, it's a 6. So anytime you got a 6, I walked right on the trap. Nothing happened twice. So I don't know if it was faulty. I just got lucky. The game didn't pick it up. But my heart skipped a beat there, and I was kind of like getting a little more ballsy, because I got pretty close to that one as well, and lucked out. Nothing happened to me again. Still yet to see something that I would consider dangerous at this moment. Nothing super good. But that's because we're still looking for the back room on this. It's like a couple of these ingots will be worth a nice resell. It's just this weight kind of makes you question the essential value of it. So when looting, you always have to consider weight. And like my character is definitely not a strength-based character. If you have a strength-based character, by all means, just have at it, have a good time. You don't have to worry about too much. Usually, most people like that would have like a paladin be their leader, because then it's you enter the conversations and you have to carry weight. So it's a 2-in-1. But my character is a little charisma based, but nothing crazy.
Be cautious.
Mostly focused on trying to make sure my magic is up to snuff. And then another interesting read. I gotta say the lore in this game is just utterly fascinating, and I know I brought it up in an earlier one. Makes you wonder how much Larian had to do with this versus how much Wizards of the Coast contributed, and just where overall everyone met in the middle. Rather thick read on here. Figured I'd take the book just for reasons. I'm just continuing to look through stuff. And then the reserve, yeah, it was like a 6, so of course I was like, yep, I'm gonna take that. I'll just hold on to it. And I was like, huh. I wanted to send it to camp so badly.
There's a pressure plate in the chair, but I'm missing something.
And then watch me struggle to figure this out. It's embarrassingly long. It took for me to get this. I was like, if I sit here and you hear a click, let's see if disarming it does anything. I failed. I didn't bother using intimidation. It's like I thought the click had to do with the chair as opposed to just, you know, what was wrong. I was like, let's put something on here so it keeps the weight. And then I was like, oh yeah, I just blocked it off. I didn't hear a click, I didn't hear a move, nothing. So I'll move that back, sit down in it after I get this carafe of wine. And then it clicked, I'm like, huh. Maybe if I go sit on the other one, is what I should have done. Because literally you could have just done one carafe of wine on the other, and then the carafe of water on the other, and it would have worked. And you can just run right into the other room. Instead, I decided to overcomplicate this and be like, alright, cool, I'll sit. Or not. It's like, well, maybe it's the other chair, and it's like double checking the wall, because in gaming you can kind of tell which walls are fake, which ones aren't, if you've been a gamer a long time. So I click on this one, and then my brain goes, oh,
What am I to do?
let's get Shadowheart in here, even though I could have just set an object on it of a decent amount of weight, like the carafe, and things would have been fine. She's a lot more perceptive. And then watch this blunder right after. Well, no, I thought I blundered here. Yeah, I blundered right there. I was like, I guess I have to keep everyone sitting down. So I'm going to bring Lae'zel in, separate from Karlach, because Karlach is still basically dead. And the great news is I brought a strength-based character. Oh, no.
Eager for battle.
Leave her there. Have me go in. I got the most health.
So that's progress.
Let's disarm this before anything stupid happens. There we go. There's a good roll. I'll take that all day long.
Step carefully. There's a
Decent
trap.
amount of gold. I've got a great sword in here. Ran right on the trap. Quarterstaff. Great axe +1. There's a helmet. Wicker basket. Nothing cool there. 3 bronze ingots. Very nice. Okay, agate. Vegetable deal. Which is another good read. I believe this one's more of a poem, if my eyes are serving me correctly, or a warning about doing deals with devils, because, well, what else is Baldur's Gate about but having a great deal with the devil? Depending on how you play, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, or you'll be like, man, I never even thought about it, because I just know from experience exactly what that's all about. Especially if you watch a show like Supernatural, you'd be like, yeah, no. Deals with devils, no thank you. All the live long day. Go ahead and keep on exploring, see if there's anything worth grabbing. And it's like I saw the great axe, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take that. And then I saw the gold behind me, the shimmering right there. And it was, all that was like 2 gold. Like halberd, those are unique. Let's put that away for now. Again, check the same vase just to be sure. Great sword. Like, this is a great place to kind of like stock up on like weapons if you're not super good on weapons at this moment in time. Now I'm encumbered, so I'm gonna be walking. Probably over any traps, just ignore them straight up. And then get that potion of great healing. Bronze necklace, some gold. And let's try and get the camera to turn to this chest. The gloves of heroism. Which is definitely a good item for Karlach to have. Some metallic gloves, because some people don't even have it yet. Studded shields are nice, but like they aren't. None of these items are like world-breaking, groundbreaking. The gloves of heroism are really what you're going to be here for. Try and grab. On the right character, this early in the game, who makes certain things just absolutely pop for you and your party. And make you one of the more stronger characters in the Baldur's Gate series. And let's figure out where we're going to head from here. And we're back. Kind of jumped a lot. But we're going to be taking a look at the Harpies today. And if you've done an honor mode run and you got killed by these, I feel terrible for you. Because they are just the literal worst.
Looking ahead.
I say always save this for a little bit later because I just struggle with it for every reason on a man. The singing's beautiful, I will give them that.
Listen.
Excuse
Don't
me?
you hear it? It's so peaceful.
Let's get away from here.
It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer.
Who is your parent just letting you wander out here like this?
Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
No, it's not. You going the wrong way.
What is this? I will have
Lae'zel?
your head, Harpy.
What are you doing over there? I mean, it's nice you kind of like cleared the gap a bit, but like, shoot. Should put my Soulcaster on a higher ground, but still got lucky on that hit. I don't know where that reaction came from, but I ain't mad at it. What I should have done is put Shadowheart higher there with Will. But, you know, live and learn. Sacred Flame for me has been an absolute bust this run. I will say that much. Excuse me?
Have your head, Harpy.
How are you talking from the dead? Still singing. Even despite getting clouded daggers here. Alright, I see you. Destructive Wrath. I think it hit extra because she was in water. Finally broke concentration a little bit. But she's still singing, so like that part is sort of confusing. Notice I'm just kind of ignoring Lae'zel too, but oh, with some critical miss. Fantastic. It's like, do I even dare? Okay, now I'm just gonna go out in the water a little bit. They can come fight me out here. I got my reaction attack. And then I almost died because of it. And I barely did anything this time. So I'm trying to figure out what I could do here. So I'll just take the quick hit. She didn't even swing and hit her. That's how strong she is. I just really wanted to push her because I'm so upset about what's going on with the whole Lae'zel situation. And then, boom. Dead. And will be once again falling for a violent woman. Color me surprised. It's like, hello? Good, you good, Will? End your turn. It's like, buddy.
Nothing will stand in my way.
There we go. Of course, the kid's trying to die because I don't know.
What now? Damned monster. I'll make you pay.
And go for the kill on the one singing. Finally got it. Heal. Big time heal. Which didn't do nearly as much as I wanted it to. So bad luck continues. And now she's singing. But Shadowheart's like, I don't care whatsoever for your singing. Like, I don't know why I was trying to do point blank. You should have done bludgeoning damage for whatever reason, you just did. it is weird that they don't consider like pushing something that could break the concentration. But definitely going for the kid here. Nope. Going against Spain. Will decided to survive this time. Go. Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna try and get him somewhere where it's dry. Oop. Don't want any terrain difficulty. And then he's like, really, kid? Really? Just wandering from one place you're not supposed to be to another place you're not supposed to be. I'm grasping the water. Worked out well. Didn't. The only good thing is once you get it down to one, like, and that one's just stuck on singing, you can just kind of tee off at that point. You can basically surround the party and then start just going ham. And if she's stuck singing, she's not going to have the opportunity attacks. And I want her to succeed every throw possible. Just don't bother me with any of that. Will's excellence continues. Get entangled. Can't move, even though she's still singing. Still singing. Trap, so I've got the advantage. Finally broke the concentration, but she can't move. So. Will holding in the grass will cause that.
Are they gone?
No thanks to you. But are you okay?
They're gone. Now there's just Mole. She'll be so mad. I didn't get the gold from the nest. I got to go. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Is that like... If we weren't children, I would assume that was something else. Now we can regroup because we don't got to worry about it too much. I still got to go get Lae'zel up. I thought she was going to tank this fight, and then she got dropped on back-to-back crits. Like, how did that even happen? But again, Tactician run. Things are going to go a little sideways from that.
Fall before my time.
Let's run around and loot, make sure we don't miss anything. Because I know I usually do. Plus you get that little XP boost just for running back here. I will say wet terrain is like my least favorite. I'm going into it all the time, but in this area just kind of hurts me.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
And of course, having a strength-based character, this is where this really comes in handy. Something with reading. Again, I can't see it, so that's really up to you guys. I'm just making sure you have the opportunity to, if you so decide to. A little bit more reading activity for you guys, the viewer. Alright. Moving on out of here. Don't really have too much else going on. Well, too much really else to look at.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
I mean, things could always be worse. We only lost Lae'zel, and I thought we were going to lose more people. But again, the first TBK is probably right around that corner. Never coming too arrogant, never coming too cocky. I know I definitely came in very cocky for this run, and it just... Yeah, I took a lot of unnecessary losses throughout this journey. Thus far, we're good. Thus far, we're good. Well, again, it's only Act 1. Act 2 is where I'm worried the most about where we're going to be with things. Me kind of taking a look at things, but the polished dagger looks nice, but it really doesn't give you anything crazier than anything else going on here. Just looking for some light loot items I can sell. Continue back to the grove. Do just a little bit more light exploring before we get into the more bread and butter type of activities that we have ongoing here. There's definitely some decisions involving the grove we're going to be making here moving forward. Because my people are suffering because of these druids, and anyone who would try and keep a family separated shouldn't really be considered good people no matter how you look at things ongoing.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Fair.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks.
And this is what happens if you don't actually save the kid. You can still try and find them. Makes things a little more difficult. But I rolled this. Because, of course, I did. I'm like, I don't...
You look the rocks over,
wanna
but
use
find
inspiration
no
on this.
sign of a way through.
I just know I just gotta go, leave, and come back, and Dottie will pop up at another point in time. So, it's not the end of the world here. Go talk to his accomplices.
Hold out your hand, mister. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
Fancy trick.
You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on. Take the ring and watch your fortune change.
Technically, it did, but let's try and one-up them. Show them how real tieflings do it. Luckily, I rolled no.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
This I don't know if like what you pick changes anything. I just figured tiefling, pick tails.
Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested?
Figured why not use
Hey,
this
not
one.
so loud. You caught me. All right. They're not lucky rings. I'm just trying to earn money for my family. My father left and my mother, she's so sick. I wish I had better things to sell than trinkets, but it's all I have.
Man, whoever tightened these lines is doing great. You can have this ring, I'm done with it. I feel like that ring is responsible for what happens with my own failure in a later episode.
I don't have any money or anything to sell. My partner does that.
What do you do then?
What?
Why are you here?
I'm the guard. So don't steal anything. I'm watching you.
Alrighty then. Moving right along. A loud noise caught my attention, so I figured, like, what the heck is going on over
Children, look who's here. I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids. Spare a story or two.
I feel a little bit of kindred spirits here. Make sure we help those less fortunate.
Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
I'm pretty sure most people do.
Step, parry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing.
It's like, huh? What are you doing? Why would you
Nothing
know
but
what you're up to?
goblins in the wild out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Figure try and get glean some insight in this.
He was only a boy. And I just froze while the wall tore his head clean off. Never again. You're right. I need to clear my head. And step, parry, step, step, swing. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you. Step, parry, swing, lunge.
Can you imagine, like, just straight up announcing your attacks in battle? Like, you're that confident everything's gonna hit.
Can't keep the goblins out forever. This is no fortress and we're no warriors.
No one in this area is really a warrior, except for maybe Zevlor and his one follower, but again, one man versus a horde of goblins is not ideal.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
I just wanted to grab the book, man. I'm not actually trying. Really, what are you gonna do? Announce your attack? Go home, boy. I don't have time for this.
They believe you. For now. But something tells you they won't be so receptive to your charms again.
The waiting's getting to me. If
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Go ahead and continue to get rid of some of the junk I've picked up over my lovely journey. Yeah, let's get rid of this stuff.
Sylvanus be with you.
Guess he's not with you guys, I'll tell you that much. Well, you're acting Sylvanus has probably got his head in his hands.
I can keep going a little longer now. Assume nothing.
Well, I don't have much else to do.
Never mind.
Try and figure out what our next move is. But my map is a little confusing at the moment.
Let's get on with it.
Defender of the people.
Trying to decide if we add anybody, remove anybody.
Can't give up now.
We left Gale at home. We left Karlach at home. Like, got a lot going on at this current moment in time. Definitely going to decide to take on the Paladins of Tyr shortly. There's the goblins still to deal with. I haven't even run through the goblin village yet. Let's go run over in that general direction and see what we got. Kind of wish there was a fast travel point that was closer than this, but again, I stopped just before another one, so that one's on me. Run past this guy again. Nothing to see there. Still haven't done anything with the Owlbear Cave, so that could be on my short to-do list. Well, ever-growing to-do list, I should leave it as. But I've saved Scratch, technically. Got everything done involving Karlach, for the most part. Gotta help her hunt the Paladins of Tyr. And now I gotta, you know, go through here and help out everyone in the Goblin Village that I can. Kind of get everybody slowly figured out, and I was like, everyone decides to get stuck for whatever reason.
A long way to go still.
The joys of chain following, going to camp. See if anyone has anything interesting to say. For some reason, I didn't have him join up. I was like, what? Where are you?
What to do?
Rejoin him up. It just seemed so unnecessary that he didn't come back. He just wanted to hang out in the wilds by himself. Wanted to continue to be the Blade of Frontiers. Just in the middle of nowhere.
The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
Weird way to start a conversation, but go off.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with. And then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure. But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Coming from you, that actually does mean something.
Well,
but the reason I came over to talk to you,
are you
I want you to
sure?
stay behind for a while.
The blade stands at the ready.
I'm not really a fan of people who need to speak in third person. Jordan
And
said
just
stay
when
in camera.
things were warming up.
Speaking of warming up, let's go get Best Girl and have her come join the party. Our largest golden retriever to date.
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck.
Yeah, I don't know why they're talking about Raphael at this moment. I don't remember if I've seen him or not.
I knew I liked you. Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to lure us into a game he knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either.
My character's not very fond of devils. And as usual, Best Girl joins the party. I think we're pretty dang close to wrapping up at this moment in time. Get everybody ready to take a good old snooze.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I have been Brent for Geek Bears. I hope you guys are ready for the next episode, which will be even more action-packed. We have the Paladins of Tyr likely on deck. And of course, they're arguing again about other stuff, and somehow she's not concerned. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Let's play episode 6 from I'm Brent.